What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we got to talk about whatever in God's name happened last night over on TikTok. So I have a TikTok. Podcast Now actually has a TikTok. I don't know. I don't have the app on my phone, so I didn't go on it. So I looked to my wife, okay, and it gets to the time that Scream is going to do this ASMR, and that's what they had pitched, during the day, that, join us at whatever it was, 7 p.m. Pacific time, which actually, that's important, right? Join us at 7 p.m. on a random Tuesday night. So, me being a curious mind and an over analytical mind thinks, okay, it maybe we're going to get some Scream 7 stuff. Or I don't know. I just don't know why you'd pick 7 o'clock and why it would just be like a random day where you announce it like earlier that day. It didn't make sense to me. So I have my wife go on TikTok and I start watching. And by the way, for the love of God, some of those knife scrapes that Ghostface was doing, so it was ASMR. For most of it, he would scrape the knife against what you're seeing here, the Stab 3 prop. I scraped it against a ladder, scraped it against a cutting board. Some things were more pleasant to listen to than others. I also want to know how much this individual was paid, because seemed like they were having fun, but also it's like, well, this is going on a very long time. Now, it lasted about 15, 16 minutes, and in that time, we got two, I would say, interesting things. Let's start with the one that is the less interesting of them, but it was still extremely cool. So he pulls out a ladder and he starts, scraping the knife against the ladder, and then it turns into like a group kind of chat, and where there's like the request, and then Devin Nakota pops up. She pieces out once she sees the ladder. Very good little sketch there, I suppose, but also setting the scene, I think, for having more than just her, right? Like, I easily think, obviously pre-planned all that stuff, but I think you were probably going to have more of the cast appear in this little video, live stream, whatever you want to call it, okay? I guess at the end of this, by the way, the account was suspended. I originally thought it was like blocked or banned like permanently, but no, it's suspended, and we'll talk about that in a second. But this Stab 3 thing is the interesting thing to me. So this is the first prop that Ghostface took out. So he used like the apples. The way he was cutting the apples, by the way, was extremely odd. The cutting board and all that stuff. Pans, which was the worst sound you could possibly imagine. And then he pulls out Stab 3. Now, I'd like to read into it. And I'd also like to read into it because, again, jumping to the end of the story, this was cut short. Like, there was more to this. Now, I don't know how long this was supposed to go. Some people were saying 2 hours. Some people were saying this thing was supposed to go on for 2 hours. Now, I highly doubt that. They may be right. I can't imagine why you would do this for 2 hours. But maybe, again, okay, if you do it for 2 hours, if there's an ASMR for 2 hours long, you're not going to do anything? I mean, the entire point is literally just to scrape a knife against something. I don't know. I don't know what the kids do nowadays on TikTok. Maybe that's what they're into, is watching a masked individual scrape a knife against items for 2 hours long. But the Stab 3 thing is, okay, well, this was the first thing that he pulled out, besides like the apple. Stab 3, Scream 3, Scream 7 is like Scream 3. Scream 3 is the end of that trilogy. Scream 7 is the end of this trilogy. Look, I know I'm grasping. I try to make that very clear whenever I make any of these videos, that I get what it maybe sounds like to people that have had enough with this stuff, right? They're like, Alex, it's too much. You're going too far. I get it. At the same time, I don't understand. I don't understand what was happening here. And I don't understand why Stab 3 was like an important thing to pull out at least first. Now, again, it maybe kind of all fell apart because then he pulled out the ladder. So it's like, well, Stab 3, is that literally just a prop then? Because you pull out a ladder, that's a prop. You bring in Devin Nakota, Annika, that's like a little sketch, little thing. But now, again, the account gets suspended. It can go back online now, I think on Friday, so May 26th. And they posted, like, are you afraid, TikTok? Or like, what are you afraid of? So, like, could this all have been pre-planned? Could they have known? Because, when it got suspended, my wife was telling me, like, oh, yeah, it's like knives. You're not supposed to have knives in, like, a live video, or I think a video, like, in general, in TikTok. So maybe, like, that did it. Did they not know that? So they planned out this entire, what some people are saying to be 2-hour-long thing, and they didn't know that knives kind of set off an automatic alert, with this company, that you need to take the video down, or the account gets taken down. So, what I mean? It just sounds like the entire thing is just odd to me. So, I don't know. Does it come back on Friday and they keep going? Do they tweet it? Like, here's the, and I keep going around like in circles. I understand. I do it in my own mind as well. If you're just going to announce Scream 7, can you just do it? Honestly, like, again, like, this is a cute little thing. Okay, people enjoyed this moderately. It had like 18,000 viewers at its peak. It reached 18,000 people watching live within 15 minutes. Ghostface scraping a knife against things. Okay, so they've already got people. And I think that's more than clear. I think that was clear like a few months ago. They got people. They don't need to do this if they don't want to. But no, I mean, that maybe makes the point for this was just fun. This was just a fun little gag. It's not meant to be anything. Don't think about it too hard. That would make sense in some respect. In the other respect, it's like, okay, well, maybe you were going to do something for Scream 7. But if you're going to do something for Scream 7, just tweet it. Just tweet the thing out. Just make a statement. I don't know. Unless you're going to come back Friday and just say Scream 7 is announced. Seems like, I don't know. I'd like to know more than anything if they knew they were going to get suspended. That would be maybe even more than just like flat out asking them, was this supposed to be a tease for Scream 7? That would be a great question. That would be the obvious question. I think the more important question that would then make people have to think a little bit, which I enjoy doing, is was this planned that you were going to get suspended, or did you truly not know? Because maybe that would give you answers inadvertently. So I don't know. Keep your eyes peeled, specifically on Friday. Maybe they announce they're going back to TikTok. Maybe they do a Twitter post. I don't know. But keep your eyes posted on Friday. I will as well. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.